Everybody, welcome back. I am Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. This is show number 6. We're still talking about chicken. It is so versatile. There's so many different types of dishes that you can make with chicken. So what I'm going to do is we are going to run through some of the dishes that I've made that are keto friendly, also great for GLP-1 use, and the diversity is something else. Hit it, guys.
Welcome to the channel, the Keto Cooking Channel. Low carb cooking in Las Vegas. Simple food will make you look. Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Turn on the big screen and watch him cook.
So as you see right here, chicken cacciatore with spaghetti squash. I'm telling you, the flavors are unbelievable. So we're going to dive into some different types of sauces, how to prepare them, and how easy it is. But then we're going to dive into also the economics of buying and preparing chicken in different ways. So starting a pan sauce, what do you need? You need the chicken. Okay, so because you want to get that fond to the bottom of the pan, you also want to make sure that nothing burns. So cooking it in the stainless steel vessel right here is important. Now, if you don't have one, you have a non-stick, you can also use that without a doubt. So I always, when I'm done cooking, I always try to get the fond off the bottom. I like to use a little bit of butter. And as I'm wiping it all around, I'm just going to let that slowly cook. Got to lower the heat down, all the way down. So you can make just about any type of sauce that you want, but use this formula right here. So as you see in the pan there, now that's going to be some orange that I squeezed because this is going to be a Sicilian chicken with a fennel and chicken fennel sauce. So I'm going to run you through this real fast, and we're going to get into other types of sauces. Okay, now just for time's sake, I sped it up a little bit here just to make sure that everybody understands that when you're making a nice pan sauce, okay, this is when you put in all the ingredients. This is when everything gels together and you can come up with a delicious, whatever sauce you're gonna make, whether it's a franchise sauce with lemon and garlic, or marsala, or with sherry, tomato sauce, whatever kind of sauce that you want to come up with. There it is. This is the start of what you want to do. Now, if you look at it, it looks nice and like it's pretty well thick. I didn't use no flour, nothing else to go along with it. All right. Now I'm going to be adding in the garlic, and guess what? This pan sauce is going to be done. Okay, there you have it right there. We have everything's roasted up. Now I'm going to add that into the sauce, and then we're going to plate this. Now this right here was oven roasted fennel with some tomato, also a little bit of garlic and pepper in there. I'm telling you, added the orange, the citrus, and the lemon to it. Fantastic. Let's plate this. Unbelievable. I'll put this like that. Now we have a conglomerate of different items here. Okay, so we have some fennel, we have some garlic, we have some citrus. Okay. Put some orange in here. Now, the placement is actually irrelevant. I mean, all right, now I'm going to place the chicken. I'm going to place that right up on top here like this. Another piece on here like that. Now I'm going to take this gravy here, which is a citrus, okay, orange and lemon, and finished with some marsala wine. Well, I tell you what. Eat with your eyes. I tell you what, the aromas, I can't wait to dig into this. So there you have it right there. We have some roasted fennel that I also put back into to finish the sauce with, and also some citrus, orange, a little bit of lemon, confit garlic. What a flavor. What the aroma. I'm driving my neighbors insane around here. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So making pan sauces, I mean chicken franchise, this right here, chicken fennel and citrus. Also, you can come up with all different types of marsala. Play with your food. It's fantastic, and chicken's so versatile that you can make different sauces with. Also, you can do chicken Florentine. If you are not a type 2 diabetic, you can add a little pasta to it. This is a great dish also. I also come up with some chicken key lime. Had that key lime flavor to it, South Florida, and instead of using breadcrumbs, I use pork rinds. Works out really well. You can even make chicken fried chicken. Make that nice gravy, that sausage biscuit gravy, whatever you want to do with it. I mean, it's fantastic. Trying to have a little fun with lemon garlic chicken. Now I want to get into phase number 2, using the chicken parts. Now I showed you a couple things that we did with the chicken breast, and there's a multitude more of recipes that you can make with it. I'm going to get into the chicken parts. Over time now, chicken wings have become very, very popular and very expensive. But I want to show you the other 2 parts that you can make into mimic chicken wings and make it in the same way as you would buffalo wings. Let's cook. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this chicken thigh. Now I buy these bone-in, skin-on, okay, because it's cheaper, number one, and number two, I'm going to get the fat flavor that I want. The skin, I happen to like chicken skin. So I'm going to turn this over here, and I'm going to cut these. Now a couple other videos, I would make these and make them mimic chicken wings, because at the time chicken wings were very expensive. So what you have here is a little bit of the skin on, all right, and cut it up here, very meaty. Looking at this right here, and then looking at this one, the full piece, I don't know. This seems a little bit more appetizing to me. Okay, so what I did was, you want to keep these separated. You want to open them up a little bit so that the air fryer can actually work. You get the air blown around this chicken here. Now, when I say an air fryer, it's not really a fryer. It is actually a convection oven, a smaller version of a convection oven. So what I have here is another rack that I'm going to be putting down in on top of the other chicken. Now the chicken on the bottom will start to shrink as they cook, and then I could take this out and maneuver it around. So this is going to get cooked at 375 for 20 minutes to start with. Okay, the wing thighs are done. I'm going to let them just sit there for a couple minutes. And guess what? We're going to get ready to plate this. But at first, I want to show you, once I get them into the bowl, I'm going to add the flavor now. And you're going to be a little surprised at what I do. It's starting to bubble away. The water's starting to dissipate. The hoisin sauce and the butter are coming together. I use no thickeners. No flour thickeners, no cornstarch, no nothing. I use butter, and once in a while, I'll use an avocado to thicken up my gravies and stuff. So as you can see the consistency here. And next step, we're going to plate this. All right, there it is, folks, right there. You can't get any better than this right here. Now, if you are GLP-1 and you are a little sensitive right now to your appetite, your stomach is slowing down, this is right here. Can't go wrong with this. You get your protein from the chicken. Also, you get some fiber coming from your vegetables, and also some fermented foods to help things along. Doesn't get any better with this. The pork. I doubt if I'll ever buy chicken wings again. At one point, they were the cheapest part of the chicken. Now they're most expensive. So I use the thighs now. I won't cook them any other way. Let's move to the legs. So today I'm going to be using chicken legs, but I'm going to cook them up in a different way in the air fryer. But I'm going to make a sauce that's going to be lemon and lime, okay, for the chicken legs. Let's cook. Okay, so there's a couple ways I can do this right here. I can actually take it off the bone, debone it, okay? I got 8 legs here. I'm not going to throw anything away because I'm going to make some chicken stock from the bones. So either I can take it completely off, like you see here, all right? Which can be a little bit of work if you haven't done it before. it can be tedious, or we can just split it open onto the bone, okay, and then take cleaver, cut the tail off. I call it the tail, the bottom of the knuckle, and leave it like that, and just make sure that it gets cooked with the bone in there, and it gives a little bit more structure to it. 25 minutes to start with. Okay, boneless chicken legs are done. Nice and crispy on the outside. We want to keep that right now, so I'm going to put this right back in to the air fryer. Now right here I have the chicken stock that we just did from the legs. I just got that on a light simmer. And there again, want to clean off the sides. What we're going to do is going to make a little sauce, a little gravy for it, but it's going to be, like I said, when I was a kid, we used to love 7-Up. What a flavor. So I'm going to add in some squeeze of lime. Put that right in here. Squeeze another little bit of lime in here. I'll tell you one thing, this time of year right here with the lemons and limes, I tell you, they got a lot of great flavor. Squeeze some lemon in here. Okay, just get this little tightened up here. I'm going to add in just a very little bit of heavy cream. Thickeners, okay, like flour or cornstarch or something like that. We don't do that. I'm just going to put this in right now and let that cook down. I'm going to lower the heat. We're going to get ready to plate this. Well, there you have it, folks, right there. Okay, 3 chicken legs, no bone. You can eat this with a knife and fork. Upscale a little bit. Some green beans with some tomato, roasted garlic, some green onions, and finish it with a thick lemon, lime, 7-Up sauce is what I call it. Segment 3, wings or wing thighs. This video I'm going to show you right now goes back 3 years. Okay, I'm going for my daily workout. Now, if you want to put more seasoning to it, you can. You can add more to it. I'm going to get these well incorporated with this chili here. This is all homemade stuff. No reason why you can't do it. And okay, we're going to put these on a plate. They are done. I'm going to pull one apart. And we're going to give it a taste test, and we're going to get on with our dinner. Okay, I'm going to take this one here. Now, should I have separated the flat from the drum? Probably. If I had more time to do it. You can do whatever you want with it. This is fine this way here. I tell you what, between the seasoning that I put on there, and that chili sauce, off the charts good. Okay, looks like wings are back. Just gotta look for a good price on them, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Adios. We're gonna fly away and eat some wings. So that last video was probably the last time that I purchased chicken wings. Now I use thighs. I cut them up to mimic wings, and I call them wing thighs. So this next recipe is something that I come up with because it's most of the stuff that I really, really enjoy. So if you haven't watched the podcast that I do every Tuesday at 2 p.m., it's Tom's Real Food Podcast. It's all about keto lifestyle, low carb eating, all of that put together. But I was doing a series as far as being consistent, being diligent, and now being creative. So this is going to follow up from the creative end of the podcast. So what I'm going to do is, it's so easy to come up with different recipes. People get that, they get hung up on that. Well, what's the recipe? I need to follow a recipe. No, be creative. Come up with your own recipe. You want to write it down? Write it down. Experiment with different types of food. So what we're going to do today is, I got a couple good bargains that I found in the grocery store, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine a couple vegetables with some chicken thighs. Let's cook. Okay, what we're going to do today is some of the ingredients that I had gotten I don't buy chicken breast anymore. Very rarely do I find chicken wings that I can make, whatever. But what I do is I use chicken thighs. Now, what I did here was I got a really good deal on these chicken thighs right here. It's just a little over 5 1/4 pounds, $1.99 a piece. I got them for $10.49. Now I'm counting them here. I got to open it up and see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 4 for today's recipe, and the rest I'm going to vacuum seal, and they're going to go into the freezer for another application. All right. Now all of a sudden I have got the taste again for eggplant. Okay, and for a while there, the eggplant looked like didn't look good. I got them home, a couple of them, opened them up, and they were bad. This is what I'm talking about. You got to be diligent about what you're doing and how you're buying stuff. So, rule of thumb is to take them and squeeze them. If they feel pretty solid, they're a good one. You can hear the sound on them. Now this one here, okay, the same way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up. I'm going to cube them, and they're going to get sauteed into the pan. I'm going to add some green onion and some mini bell pepper to it, and we're going to make some keto chicken wings, okay, with aubergine, eggplant. Okay, so what I have here is I have 4 thighs that I'm going to use. Now, if you can see inside here, there is the bone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along that. I'm going to leave the bone in on this, but basically what I want is I want to use the skin also. Let me get that nice and crispy. Okay, here we have, I got 5 and 4, we got 9 left. These are going to go into the freezer for another use. And summertime, these really pay off to do it the way I'm going to show you right now. All right, down like this. All right, there you have it. 4 pieces out of that. Okay, pan's preheating. I lowered it down a little bit and turn it back up again. Add in just a little bit of olive oil. And we're going to start the chicken first. But what I want to do is, I'm going to reach the camera here. Put a little bit of Tommy spice in here. All right. Now, I just want to make sure the pan is covered with the oil, olive oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chicken, okay, and this is going to go in with the skin side down first. That's part of the bone right there. Skin. Okay, so I got these cooking right now. Now I'm going to season the other side here. Now this is the way I do it. You want to season them individually, that's all fine. The whole idea right now, what I'm trying to create, is a different type of recipe that people could follow that is very low carb. And you know what? Something different. You're using great ingredients, and plus you're staying consistent, being diligent about what you're doing, and being very creative. Okay, into the pan they are. I'm just going to leave them alone right now because once you start playing with them, you're going to wind up taking and ripping the skin off it, and I want all this to adhere to the meat itself as we're cooking it. The aromas are like unbelievable. The Tommy spice with the garlic and the onion, the black powder, I was going to say, the black pepper, and also the salt, what gives it a nice aroma in that olive oil. And there again, we're not deep frying this, we're just going to put a nice light saute on them. Okay, eggplant. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just cube this up, put it up right up next to the cap, and there you have it right there. Here we go, right here, big bucket of eggplant. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to it, not a lot, because I don't want to alter the flavor. I'm not going to press this. As you can start seeing, it's starting to oxidize. So what I'm going to do is just going to add a little bit of kosher and sea salt mixed. It's a blend that I buy, and it works out for my Tommy spice. And it's not the iodized junk that you buy in the store. Okay, so the chicken I flipped one time already, and I just want to give you a little bit of a tip. When you cook them with a little bit of oil, and sometimes people forget to lower the temperature, lower the heat on the burner, and a lot of times it'll start sticking, and then you go to turn it, and it won't turn. Okay, so what I did here was Just put these around a little bit. I added just a little bit of water, maybe a tablespoon of water to the pan. That helps take everything out, and it gets some of the juices in here, because I might use some of this right here for pan sauce for the chicken and eggplant. Okay, I got the deep stainless steel right here. I'm going to be got some olive oil in there. I'm just going to add in a little bit of Tommy spice to the bottom, not too much. And as we get ready to put in the eggplant, I'm just going to let that heat up a little bit until you can smell the aromatics of the garlic, granulated garlic, and the granulated onion that's in here. Once you start smelling that, you know the pan is ready to roll with it. Now, I'm not looking to put a sear on these right now. What I want to do is cook the water out and let it stew in its own juice. Put them in. Nice and low. Let me give you a little. Look at this right here. Looking good. Okay, so the eggplant is doing its thing, as you can see right here. I made a little space in the corner here. I'm going to add in some more olive oil. Now this thing drinks olive oil. It soaks up the moisture in it. So, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and I'm going to add in the other components that's going to go with this. I'm going to add in the peppers, the green onion. Try not to get too many seeds in there. And we're going to take this and just start mixing this around. Now, at this point, you want to keep moving. You don't want it to stick. Now, I got this thing lowered down pretty good. Let me get my spatula. Oh yeah, this is coming out really good. Now, I'm going to try to get this all even onto the pan. I got it knocked down pretty good. And also the chicken is doing real well. I really lowered that down. Okay, so now we're going to start putting this thing together. I just want to get, not to be mushy. Get a little bit of a color on it. All right, and then I'm going to make the sauce. Okay, so now I'm going to make the sauce. So I'm going to use is the residuals that was in the pan from the chicken. I tossed in a little bit of eggplant in here just to give it some flavor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make out of this tomato paste right here. This is good stuff. Let me see if I can focus in on it. There you go. This is good stuff. So, but the carb count can be high on it. Let's see, total carbs are 6 grams, and that's for 2 tablespoons. So, which is not too bad. So I'm gonna just eyeball this and put this in here. That should be a little bit more than 2 tablespoons, but who's really counting? Because this is such a low carb dish. Now, what I'm also going to be adding in is I'm going to be adding in some Parmesan cheese. Okay, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of water. And I'm just going to put this in here like that. Now, tomato water has been used for many years. I wish I had a smaller whisk right here, and I'm going to just whisk this together. Okay, so that's thick consistency right there. We don't want that. All I want to do is flavor it with the tomato and also get that fond off the bottom so that this can go to finish off the dish. A little bit more. That's why it's called tomato water. Okay, it's great using water to thin stuff out, but also you're giving that great flavor. And I'm also going to be adding in, my go-to, a little bit of oregano. I love that oregano taste to it. And I'm going to add a little bit more water. Let's dump the whole thing in there. Okay, I'll meet you at the stove in a minute. Okay, got the pan going, got them residuals in there. Let me just get my stuff ready here. Now, just going to scrape this up a little bit so you can see right here, you're going to get ready to burn that. But what I want to do is I want to add in Hear it sizzling already. Make that work nice. Okay. Right off the bat, like I always say, nice aromas. Now there is some pieces of the eggplant that was in here. So what I did was I switched it in between two couple pans because I wanted the flavor to get on the bottom. Also, we have that chicken stock that's on here. Okay, so I got this sauce mixed in here. It darkened up quite a bit, and that is basically because I got the nice fond off the bottom of the pan from the chicken, and I did add in a little bit of eggplant too. So, I mean, this is fairly, let me get a spoon, sorry for my shoulder. Now this is fairly thick enough. All I use is butter. You got to be patient with it. Put a little bit of butter in, a little bit at a time. Lower the heat down as much as you possibly can, and just let that work. But word of caution. Now this is pretty good. About as thick as I want it. But word of caution is if you let this cook too long and get it'll start separating from the butter fat, also from the tomato and stuff. It'll separate, and you're going to have the oil on top and then everything else on the bottom. So we're going to call this done. So just to finish this thing off with a little bit here is I'm going to be adding in a little bit more Parmesan cheese. Okay. So this is going to give it that deep flavor that I'm looking for. Okay. And it's also going to help thicken it up. Now this, I mean, you could actually say that this would be like a chicken and eggplant Parmesan, but that's not what we're going to call it. Okay, so the plating process for this right here is I took my spider, and what I did was I put the eggplant into the spider, add a little bit of sauce to it, because I don't want this to be drowning in the sauce. Again, I want the flavor of the sauce, and then what we do here is just pour this right over top. Let me get the spoon. And that's just going to pour right over the top of it here. This come out looking nice and crispy. This come out. So we're just going to put the chicken on all over it. Right? Now what I'm going to do is just going to add a little bit of the sauce to the top. Just for that flavor. And nothing's better than basil on top. Basil over here like that. And this way. Put a little one like that. Alright, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Chicken thighs cut into wings, sauteed up in a pan on top of the stove. Also some eggplant cubed. Made a nice tomato water sauce. Can't go wrong with it. Well, there you have it. Wing thighs. Put that in your vocabulary. That's the end of show number 6. Please come back next week for show number 7. We're going to turn things up a little bit. We're going to start making some different sauces. We're going to add a little bit more to the show. So until then, please stay safe and see you next week. Hit it, guys.
Welcome to the channel, the Keto Cooking Channel. Low carb cooking in Las Vegas. Simple food will make you look. Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Turn on the big screen and watch him cook.